The 5,000 subscriber Q&A special. Thank you for helping me to reach 5,000 subscribers. I made the post that I'm gonna do this Q&A a couple days back when I was at 4,800 subscribers, and as of right now, as the time of recording this video, I'm currently close to 5,400 subscribers. That's insane. Thank you for contributing to that. First question comes from Julius Toltesi, and he's asking why I gave up automotive. And as probably very little of you know that I was a car mechanic in a previous life, I gave up on that because I just didn't like being a mechanic. Question number 2 is coming from Christian Mercado, and he's asking how long did it take for me to get my first professional camera and how did I get the money to that? Let's go a couple years back. When I was 13, I'm currently 26, so 13 years back, I started working after school and I did a couple jobs. I worked at gas stations, I delivered newspapers, and I worked at construction sites, where I saved a ton of money, at least being a little kid at 13 years old. But I don't know how long it took for me to get my first professional camera. I started making videos on my phone and I enjoyed it. After I thought I was pretty decent at it, I thought it was time to upgrade my camera. If you're thinking about getting a camera, or a professional camera, pretty much every camera that came out the last couple of years is very good and you can make professional videos with it. Don't hesitate to buy a new camera. Go to marketplaces where people sell their used gear, where you can save hundreds of dollars on your first camera. Next question, question number 3 comes from Sarlek. Sarlek? I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing any names wrong, I'm terrible at that, but he's basically asking what do I wish for Resolve 19, even though Resolve 18 just came out. And there's one simple answer to that. If you go to the color page, I want to be able to adjust colors, contrast, saturation, whatever it is. If I'm gonna click in the viewer and then just pull my mouse left to right, up and down, or whatever it is, that would be a great implementation. And this already works if you're using a third-party plugin. Question number 4 comes from DaVinci 007, and he's basically asking on how to improve on YouTube video editing. And the simple and short answer to that is just practice. Try to replicate what some of your favorite YouTubers are doing. Like, don't just watch their videos, try to analyze the videos, try to analyze the cuts, try to analyze how they're using B-roll. And if you're doing that, try to get better by 1% each and every video that you're producing. Next question comes from Gary Cunningham, and he's asking, when it comes to filming, what inspires me? And the short and simple answer to that is meeting new people, hearing their stories. This is truly inspiring to me, but also reading. I don't read as much as I would love to. I still got your book in the background right here, but I don't have the time right now to read a lot. So I don't know if that's fair to count in, but overall, just take a step back from what you're doing day in, day out, and try to explore new things. Those are usually the things that keep me inspired. Next question comes from Daniel Pekovic, and he's basically asking, when it comes to editing, what is my workflow? And that's pretty simple. First of all, I'm gonna do my project settings. Then I'm gonna do my media management, like creating a couple folders, like for A-roll, B-roll, audio, music, whatever, just so I stay organized during the edit. Then I'm gonna put my A-roll on the timeline. I'm gonna edit that, I'm gonna give it a rough cut. Then I'm gonna do my B-roll on top of that. Once I finish that B-roll, I'm gonna start implementing titles. Once I finish the titles, I'm gonna go over to maybe fusion compositions if I have to do some. Then I go over to my color grading, color correction. And once I've done all of that, then I'm gonna do my audio refinement, and after I've done my audio refinement, I'm gonna add sound effects. Once that is done, then I'm gonna deliver. And he also got another question, how and where did I learn the principles of video editing and videography? And there's a short and simple answer to that, YouTube and online courses. There's a ton of different free stuff out there on YouTube that you can watch. It's just that simple. And here are a couple courses that I'm gonna be taking this year. First of all, it's the Art of Documentary by Mark Bone. And then secondly, it's from Matt Diavella at Slow Growth, and it's Master YouTube. These are 2 courses that I want to join this year. Question number 7 comes from Master Evo, and he's asking, when do you expect DaVinci Resolve 18 going out of beta? And I'd say it will take at least 2 to 3 months to fix all the issues, then go out of beta. Question number 8 comes from Saksham Jain, and he's asking how to choose music for your videos, and that is a difficult question. When it comes to music, I always think if the music is the first thing that the viewer notices, you're choosing the wrong type of music. Music should enhance the story and not be the story. Question number 9 comes from the Funny Tag, and he's asking 6 questions. So let's get started. First one is, who was the person that you looked up to when you were first starting YouTube? Danny Gewurz, Mark Bone, and Matt Diavella. Question number 2, how much money have you made from YouTube and all other sources? When it comes to YouTube, I got monetized on December the 10th, and since then I roughly made around 600 euros. With my website, I made roughly around 200 to 250 euros, which basically just covers the cost of the website. And 250 euros from the past website and the current website. So I'm still in minus when it comes to expenses and income. Affiliate marketing, I roughly made around 150 to 200 euros within the time span of my channel. Question number 3, best advice for someone who is just starting out on YouTube. Be consistent, try to upload at least 1 video a week. And even though you might think it's shitty quality, it might still provide value to someone else. And try to get better by 1% each and every video that you're producing. Question number 4, what do you do other than YouTube and video editing? That's a good one. I studied fitness training and healthcare management, got a bachelor degree in it, and I currently work as a personal trainer around 50 to 60 hours per week. Question number 5, how you got your first gig? Well, the first gig I cannot count because it was for a friend. The second gig, or my real first gig, was through cold emailing and cold calling. Question number 6, full process when editing a YouTube and a client video. And I basically covered that answer again. First of all, I'm gonna do my project settings, then I'm gonna do my media management and file management, then I'm gonna cut my A-roll, then I'm gonna cut my B-roll, then I'm gonna do my titles, then I'm gonna do fusion compositions if I have to, then I'm gonna do my color correction, then I'm gonna do my audio refinement, and then I'm gonna add sound effects, and that's basically it. And the last question comes from Joas, and he's asking the easiest and simplest editing tricks and techniques to apply to make a video more interesting to watch. That's a good question. Try to maintain a good pacing of your video, which can be hard. Another thing to use is try to mix hard cuts with J cuts and L cuts, and use crop ins and crop outs. But when you're using crop ins, try to make sure that you're maintaining eyeline. So my eyeline is right here. When I'm gonna crop in, my eyes might be right here or down below right here. And that's the mistake that most beginners do make. If you're watching a video, if you're watching this video right now, you're pretty much looking into my eyes. But when I'm gonna crop in and my eyes are suddenly up here or down here, it gets distracting to the viewer. So even though you're cropping in, try to keep your eyes at the same position or the point of interest in the video. So that is it. I got all the questions answered that I received. And if you still have any questions, or if you've got another question, make sure to just drop them in the comment section of this video, because I'm sure that I'm gonna do another Q&A video in the future. Thank you for watching. Hope you're having a great day. See you in the next one. Bye.